Hello there and welcome to this video where I'm going to be taking you through another battle report that a few interesting bits and pieces happened in. This is a clash on Mountain Miniatures, who is one of my favourite channels for battle reports. It's pretty good. The guys are take everything in this stride, and yeah, anyway, I like Steve. He's a good guy. So here, well, I'll just let this bit play and then I'll talk about it.
We have a Night Goblin War Boss to lead the band. We're gonna have Troll Hide Trousers, Wallopers One Hit Wonder, and Talisman of Protection. And we also have a level 4 Night Goblin Odd Knob with the Idol of Mork. In fact, this guy will be the general. We have a Night Goblin Big Boss, Troll Hide Trousers, Potion of Speed, also has the Battle Center Bearer. We got 2 units of Night Goblin Mobs with...
Trollhide Trousers is an extremely common magical item, which means you can take multiple of it. And it gives them like a 4-up regen or something like that, 5-up regen, something like that. It's a pretty decent artifact.
The full command, Spears, and 3 Fanatics. And 20 Night Goblins with full command, 3 Fanatics, and a short bows. 2 units of 24 Night Goblin Squig Herds. 2 units of Night Goblin Squig Hopper Mobs. 2 Mangler Squigs. And you can't leave home without the giant. 2,000 points of Night Goblins. Let's take a look at 2,000 points of the Wood Elves for Ben. I'm going to do his voiceover because he's not in studio yet. He does have a tree-themed list, but there are a couple elves in here. There's a Treeman Ancient, level 4, with Lamentation of Despair. A Glade Captain on a Great Stag. 2 units of 20 Dryads. 5 Glade Guard. 2 units of 4 Treekin. 8 Wild Riders. And a Treeman in rare with the Befuddlement of Mischiefs. That's 2,000 points of the Wood Elves. And we are playing the Watchtower, sorry, the Lonely Tower. So this is worth 250 points if you control at the end of the game. I bet you both of us are going to forget, and neither of us are going to go inside of it.
Well, you need a 5-man unit to get in there?
10. Well, up to 10 can go in there.
Okay, so my...
So, first off, he's taken... Sorry, I've already forgotten what he's taken on the tree. There was something.
An Ancient, level 4, with Lamentation of Despair.
Okay, so the Treeman Ancient is given Lamentation of Despair. That's this thing. So basically, enemy units within 6 inches are -1 leadership for fear, panic, or terror. So the model itself causes terror. So if you're close to it, you have to. So really, what that's useful for, panic, it's less useful for. But the really useful effect is for fear, because obviously terror causing units also cause fear. So if he outnumbers his foe, then they have to take a fear check, and they're going to be at -1 because of this Lamentation of Despair, which is pretty useful.
A Glade Captain on a Great Stag. 2 units of 20 Dryads.
Nice.
5 Glade Guard.
So you have to take 1 unit of Glade Guard. He's the unit minimum size is 5. That's that done.
2 units of 4 Treekin. 8.
Sorry, just to go back to those models. I don't know whether you saw that or not. I'll put this in full screen.
2 units of 4 Treekin.
These are the old Treeman models, which he's using as Treekin. That's brilliant. I love that.
8 Wild Riders. And a Treeman in rare with the Befuddlement of Mischiefs. That's 2,000 points of the Wood Elves.
So he's gone for the Befuddlement of Mischiefs, which is this one, -1 weapon skill and initiative. So that's pretty useful for the tree man, because the ancient is like the wizardy one, so less combat-y, and the normal treatment has like more attacks, better weapon skill, so on and so forth.
And we are playing the Watchtower, sorry, the Lonely Tower. So this is worth 250 points if you control at the end of the game. I bet you both of us are going to forget, and neither of us are going to go inside of it.
Well, you need a 5-man unit to get in there?
10. Well, up to 10 can go in there.
Okay, so they can go.
This enormous tower, I can only fit 10 guys. Okay, so for deployment, if you want to go overhead, over my very far side, I got my
Okay, so deployment's quite interesting because they haven't like deployed against each other. The other dude, this is his second game of the old world. What he's done here is he's put the archers in the way of the wild riders, so that stops them from having to charge. He's put the wild riders and the leader on the great stag. Throughout the game, he doesn't really get them into combat much, mainly because what Steve does, because he's got fanatics, is basically flood this bit of the board with fanatics. So there's just going to be fanatics all here all the time, and because the wood elf player hasn't got that much shooting, that's going to really hurt him. So essentially Steve can pick and choose where he charges in because he's got fanatics in the way, and he doesn't really mind if stuff dies to fanatics, whereas all this stuff is quite expensive and elite. Other than that, it's a pretty straightforward deployment. He's got his 2 manglers out on the flank here, and I think that one's the combat treeman. So that's deployment. It's pretty interesting. This flank is really weak, so if I were the wood elf player, I would get these guys to sort of full march over to here and get the wild riders out here facing away, so he can't like force him to charge something next turn. Or maybe even you do want to put them like, I don't know how far 18 inches is, probably about there. Maybe you do want to put them there so that then they can charge in and do some work next turn. Now the issue is this bit is obviously just about to be full of fanatics because night goblins, so he's going to have a bit of a problem getting over them. If it were me, I would just basically hang back because he's got some goblin shooters, but like they've got ballistic skill rubbish, and I say they've got ballistic skill rubbish. I probably should check that before saying that, shouldn't I? Orc and goblin infantry. I'll show you this. Orc and goblin infantry. I really like black orc mobs. Well, the night goblins have ballistic skill 3. Oh, so not terrible, but they've got short bows, they've got really short range, so they're going to be long range most of the time. So they're going to be hitting on 5s, 6s if they've moved, and then wounding on 5s at least, because everything over here is pretty tough, and short bows are strength 3. So he'd be well served to just hold back and let this unit flank and just basically monster its way through.
Mangler squigs?
So let's go to the end of... Wood Elf player goes first, and this is what he does. He sort of moves the archers here and starts to bring these guys in. Now this causes a problem because then later on this unit pops up and then puts a load of fanatics here, so makes it really painful for all this to try and get through here. I think he's also forgetting a little bit that this is just a wood, so like they can just move through it. Like as long as they get a toe in, so as long as they get a model in it, then the unit can see through it pretty much. So I think he forgets how manoeuvrable wood elves are through woods. I'm also not sure that the wood elf player actually put down one of their own woods. It would have to be more than 12 inches away from the centre. This is supposed to be in the centre. I think its base probably is, but because it's so tall, the camera angle makes it look like it's off centre. This thing's about a foot tall, as you can see. So, in fact, possibly slightly larger. So it's a cool piece of scenery, though. I love the way these guys set up tables as well. Like it's really characterful, and you've got like bits on the edge that make it feel like it's all closed in, and I mean that looks cool, but from a gameplay perspective, it makes it quite difficult because you've just shrunk the table. So they're more or less playing a 2K battle on an AOS size table because there's stuff around the outside. Again, it does look cool, but it really shrinks the table. So. Fast units
Do you have any
have problems.
spells to cast?
I don't believe so.
Then they're going to choose spells because they forgot to do that at the beginning. That's pretty common. I do that all the time, so don't worry about it. And then Steve moves up, They take the top off. Oh, it doesn't seem like it is at the middle. I thought the bottom was. Oh well. Cast a spell. No fanatics on the table yet. Now, had he moved these over here, he might have then punted some fanatics over here. There appears to be some little unit there. I mean, even if the Wild Riders charge them, it doesn't matter, because they might be nasty skulkers, so they get to strike first. But nasty skulkers, you know, I'm not sure whether they are or not, to be honest. But anyway, the Wild Riders just punch straight through them like the paper. So you know, you shouldn't be too worried about that. And that's pretty much it as far as I'm concerned with this clip. So if we go to the next clip, we're looking at charging against skirmishers.
Can I wheel into that charge?
Yes.
Can they charge him?
If I roll really, really high, yes. Then I'll have to go straight.
Even though I'm not in your front arc?
No, because I don't charge. I roll 3d6, I move that many inches.
Oh.
Yeah. And if I make contact, it counts as a charge.
This is actually quite nice.
Gotcha.
And then you got to worry about
0%
lugging manipulatory here. I hear he's immortal, so.
We'll test that. What's his initiative?
I like 3.
3, whack.
Whack. No, I'm gonna shove the tree down my pants. I don't think I can do that.
There's already one in
It's gotta be infantry. It's gotta be infantry.
What? He's like oak. Like a fine mahogany. Mahogany.
There are children watching Benjamin. Your kids might be watching Benjamin.
It's true. Talia, Bob, if you're watching, hi.
Go to bed.
What time is it? They got half an hour till bedtime. Okay, so no compulsory moves.
No charges?
I don't.
You
Yeah,
like the
absolutely.
hippity hoppers?
Well, yeah, but if I can overrun them, I can get to those lines. Which I'd rather get into you than you get into me.
Sure.
So yeah, charge here. Charge there, because if I can overrun into him, I probably have higher initiative than him.
So I want to make sure I'm on the same page. So who's charging who?
Them and them are charging them.
Okay, so how?
So if I charge him first, he'll have to go here.
Yep.
And then they'll charge, and they'll probably
Well,
be
no.
up
Once
against.
the first small makes contact with me, I have to line my guys up on you,
Okay.
and then that's gonna dictate. So, like, it's
Okay.
hard to explain, but I think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, you understand.
So we'll do the Trainman Ancient first.
Wait, I gotta make sure I'm immune to psychology. I might owe you a terror test. But I'm all hopped up on the fungus, so I'm probably fine. The squig hoppers are immune to psychology. You're good to go. Do it up.
Yep.
You help.
The 7 inches?
Oh, maybe you didn't. Sorry.
Absolutely did not fail.
Sorry.
There's those ones you're talking I was gonna roll. So, he's just gonna go straight ahead, right?
All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and that's as many base contact as I can, and then only 4 can. So the next guy goes.
So that's an A+. It's very nearly right. However, this is why I wanted to show you this, because this is actually a really good example of how to charge against skirmishers. So what the Wood Elf guy's done is he's moved directly towards the unit, which is what he's supposed to do. He's also supposed to maximise the amount of models that can fight. So what he should do is go from this model to the nearest skirmishing unit and then hit it corner to corner like that. Okay, so he wants to hit the corner of that model with the corner of his base, and then that will allow 4 to come in. What Steve shouldn't be doing is like shuffling them over a little bit like this. So this should probably be about half an inch to the right on the screen, so to Steve's right, to the Wood Elf player's left. So a little bit this way over to this side, but about half an inch there. Now I'm quibbling, but and I'm not sure what the rules are on moving charges, because I've just read the thing about marching column and charges. That seems to be going on and on and on. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. we need an FAQ because too many people are. There we go. So multiple charging units. So when 2 or more models are charging into the same arc of a single enemy unit, so essentially skirmishers have, infinite arcs really. They're considered to move simultaneously, and both units must try to bring the maximum number of models from both sides into base contact. Okay, so actually what I said is nonsense. I've misremembered the rules. So basically what the treeman should have done is he should have sort of come in here, gone corner to corner with one of these models, and then put the treekin unit. He should have again rolled the charges together so he knew how far they could move, and then put the treekin unit next to the treeman, probably here, and then what we can do is we can put one of these goblins here and then move the others up to their movement characteristic, because that's how far they can move when they're meeting a charge, as it were, probably to about here, so as loads of treekin get brought in. What actually ends up happening is this, which means these 3 treekin only get 1 attack, whereas realistically there should be probably from about here to about here, maybe 3 treekin should be getting full attacks. I mean, as it happens, it didn't really matter anyway because they all died, but were that a unit of a bit tougher, a bit of a tougher unit, then that would have mattered. The next one, I've got the wrong. I watched this report earlier, and I was sat there with my little pen and paper, writing down the times that I needed to view stuff, and I've recorded one time wrong. Right. Anyway, so this is more or less, it's 48, not 38. I'm an idiot. Right. So this is essentially the first big combat of the game. So I thought we'd just watch this because this is where, I mean, deployment seemed okay. The first turn of movement, I think both sides seemed to maneuver pretty okay. I mean, this was a minor error as far as I'm concerned, but basically fine. It's been a bit of a minor error because I think what happened is the wood elf archers did fire and flee or something and then just got run down. So that's a bit of an issue. These guys would have been able to tank. They would have been able to charge them realistically. So, whatever. I didn't realise there was a little unit down there, but even so, you'd bring the archers around here and then get the wild rider set up so that they would be able to charge them. So move them just within 18 inches because these gobbos don't have an 18-inch charge. Anyway, this is the first big combat of the game, so let's watch it.
Have to be?
Is the rule different base size or different unit type? It might have to be on the end. Somebody looked it up for me. The great stag is on a different base than the other dude, so I'm not sure if it's base or unit type. That means he has to be on the edge of the unit. We'll figure that out in a second.
So these are weapon skill 4.
Steve's right. If your character is on a different base size to the rest of the unit, you form up the unit as normal and then you kind of just tag your character onto the side. So that means actually if you've got a unit of, there's a really good example actually in the rule book, if I can find it, which is in the section called characters, and there's a bit about joining units. Characters and units, sorry. Yeah, here we go. It's a really good example of what you should be doing. So there's a really good example, and then Dan's fat fingers depress the middle mouse button and has a bit of a spasm. Anyway, so as you can see here, you can quite happily put a cavalry into a unit, okay? Because it's not if the bases are different sizes, if it fits or not. So if, for instance, you've got like 30 by 30, or these are 25 by 25, and then you've got a mounted character that's on a 25 by 50, he fits into the unit or she fits into the unit, and therefore you can deploy in the unit, as it were. This character here, again, fine. This model here has to be the standard bearer, sorry, if there is one. And what we've got here as well is we've got 3 models from the unit and 2 characters that aren't from the unit, and therefore the characters that aren't from the unit don't outnumber the models from the unit in the fighting rank. So that's all fine. This unit here, we've got some goblins which are on 25 by 25. They're joined by an orc war boss with a massive axe, as is proper. The orc war boss is on a 30 by 30 base, and therefore he's slightly bigger, so you form up the gobbos as normal and put the orc war boss on the side. This is actually quite useful because you still get all your rank bonuses and stuff, and you get the extra punch from that dude, and it just makes them a little wider in terms of like blocking stuff behind if you want. So you can use that ability, use that rule to your advantage.
3's to hit.
3's to hit. And what's the toughness on the squigs?
Only 3.
Okay.
3's more points.
Okay. Any armor on the squigs? Like
No,
hide or anything like that? So that's 6, 7 dead squigs.
7 dead squigs. Okay. So combat res, you want to put 7 on your side?
Yep.
And do you have
We've jumped in
close order?
a little bit later.
I believe so. Let me double check that real quick.
Someone
5,
says
6,
it can't be because it's clumsy. All right, if somebody can double check that, and we'll just take them out of the unit.
They are close order, so that's 1 more close order.
All right, so sorry, you first time. So we're gonna go 5 from the bottom. We got 5, and then we'll start a new row. So we're at 8. This was clear for the audience.
Cool. Yep.
All right, how many? We did 4 wounds to you.
Did 4 wounds.
Did any of them go through? Well, they all
1 did.
1 did. That was including the 4.
Yes.
Okay, we got 2 ranks, and I have a flank. You win by 1 because I am open order on my squig herd.
I cause fear. Does that matter?
No, not here.
I don't understand the 2 flanks bit. Sorry, have I missed something there?
Okay. So combat res, you want to put 7 on your side?
Yep.
So 7 to hit the
And
wood
do you
elf
have,
combat res because of casualties.
close order?
I believe so. Let me double check that real quick.
Someone
5,
says
6,
it can't be because
7.
it's clumsy. All right, if somebody can double check that, and we'll just take them out of the unit.
They are close order, so that's 1 more close order.
All right, so sorry, you first time. So we're gonna go 5 from the bottom. We got 5, and then we'll start a new row. So we're at 8. This was clear for the audience.
Cool. Yep.
All right, how many? We did 4 wounds to you.
Did 4 wounds.
Did any of them go through? Well, they all
1 did.
1 did. That was including the 4.
Yes.
Okay, we got 2 ranks.
Is that a? I wonder if that's a rule for orcs or for goblins. Do they get double? Giant cave squig. So that's a goblin war boss. Now the goblin war boss doesn't have that. I'm just wondering if that's like is it a magic weapon or something? I don't understand why he gets 2 flanks. Again, like I said, I watched this battle report all the way through once, and sort of I've watched these sections again, but I don't understand why he gets 2 flanks. Because like this combat. I mean, there's only this model here that's actually in the flank. Did he mean 2 wounds from the flank?
And I have a flank. You win by 1 because I am open order on my squig herd.
I cause fear. Does that matter?
No, not here.
Okay. I thought it only mattered if I won combat.
No, that's you thinking with terror.
Oh, okay.
Double check, I don't miss nothing. Oh, they're impetuous. I want to charge anyway.
They probably would have.
Okay, so you win by 1.
Yep. Leadership. Well, you got your.
No,
Why does he
they're
get
on
2
their own.
flanks?
Their leadership.
They can't use his leadership?
No, that's not my general over here.
Oh, I thought it was leaders still have a smaller order.
No.
Ah, okay. I'm learning stuff.
So we are leadership 6.
Yeah, I made that mistake actually in my my very first game. I thought that all characters have like a leadership bubble around them. They don't. They have a command range which is equal to their leadership, but that doesn't mean that they can, you know, confer their leadership to other units, because that rule is inspiring presence and that applies to your general.
For the squig herd, and that guy is probably only 7,
Okay.
even though he is.
Squiggle
Now I
is
want
like
you to
5
lie,
or
Steve.
6 or something, I think.
I don't know if I want to break. I explode when I break. Try to find my leadership.
You explode.
Yeah. Oh, he's also 6.
Yeah.
So my great squig, he's sticking around.
So he's only giving ground?
Fall back good order. No, I passed.
Yeah.
So I'm giving ground, yeah. And then my squig herd, they're breaking. They explode.
Does that do damage to me?
And me. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Should have used that one-hit wonder. You decided not to because you wanted to.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. All right, let's see how much damage is going to be. Ben, why don't you do me a favor and roll 2d6. That's going to be the range.
7 inches.
All right, so who's within 7? Just your stuff and my dude.
Yeah.
Trying to find the right page.
No, these guys are just out. Like 7.5 inches away from a wild rider.
Okay, so everyone within 7 inches are going to take D3 strength 5 AP 1 hits.
Okay.
Plus additional D3 for that second rank I have.
So 2d3, strength 5 AP 1.
Oh, actually, it's not that. It's every 5. So
Do you have 50?
It's D. As long as the squig herd has got 5 models or more, then every unit within 2d6 inches suffers D3 strength 5 AP 1 hits. If you've got more than 5 squigs, for every additional 5 you get D3 plus 1.
no, I have 13. Okay, so
2d3,
2d3.
strength 5 AP 1 hits.
I will do my own guy.
I'll just look, here it is, here's the rule. So let's have a look. He's got 5, 10, no, 10, and then there's another 3, but the netters don't count. Not netters, the herders don't count. So 5 or more cave squigs, every unit within 2 to 6 inches takes D3 strength 5 hits. For every additional 5 cave squigs the squig herd contains, plus 1 to the D3. So it's D3 plus 1, not 2D3. But, you know.
First, because why not? My guy takes 4 hits, and...
Twos?
No, I think I'm toughness... I'll find out, but it doesn't matter. Y'all go through. And my armor save...
He's got a shield?
Light armor, shield, and then troll hide trousers. It means it's a 4-up save. So it goes to a 5-up. And then he has regeneration. He takes 1 wound. And then your tree kin, take 5 wounds, or 5 hits. And you have 3 wounds at AP1.
Okay, so they have 6-up saves.
I'll keep clean.
Fail all 3, and then 5-up regens. Fail all 3, 1 guy dies, and 1 guy is down a wound.
And then we're gonna hit your dryad. For 5.
3s.
3 times 4. We got them all. 5 of them.
5?
So it's a really interesting... This is the weapon he's given him. It's a very cheap weapon. I'd argue it's really good for... Actually, no, it is really good for like a little character like that. Because it's strength 10, AP 3, magical, strike first, right? Once per game during the first round of combat, the wielder of the weapon can use it with his profile. He actually uses it later on. He thinks he can save it, but it's during the first round. During the first... Now, actually, I might have misread that. Because it doesn't... What that means is... Okay, so what I think that means is... No, Steve's right. I'm wrong. What I think that means is... If it's like... In the second, i.e. you've lost, you got pushed back, you then can't use Wallop as one-hit wonder. However, in the first round of that particular combat, so it's not like is it first? Oh, it's raining. That means my internet's probably just about to go, because I live in the middle of nowhere. I don't live in the middle of nowhere, I live in the middle of a town. But anyway, yeah, if this unit's first charged... does first combat mean the first combat, though? Because it doesn't say the first round of that combat. I think... I don't know. Maybe... first combat. Is first combat defined in the rulebook? No. So actually, during the first round of combat... I think it means... I don't know. I think it does actually mean the first round of combat. Anyway, you wouldn't... I say you wouldn't. I wouldn't have charged him in there, because this is risky. With the squig herd, ideally, you want... I'm not sure how he managed to move those in, because this is a turn in which the orc and goblin player has got the charge, so maybe he didn't have a very good charge range. I mean, realistically, they should be like across all of them, and you just want 5, maybe 10 out of all this block to survive, so when they break, they do a load of hits, but then they disappear. I mean, the rules are cool, and squig models are great. However, the fact that they disappear is a bit of a problem. I mean, they do have a really good profile, so they're worthwhile taking because of that, but because of their profile. But, you know, because they've like... Well, here it is. I'll just show it to you. So, you know, they've got 2 attacks each, which is great. So they've got initiative 4, so if they're charging, they're up to initiative 7. So they're definitely going before the Treekin. They've got 2 attacks each, so they're going to be hitting on 4s. They've got strength 5, so they're going to be wounding on 3s. And then they've got AP 1 and armor bane. So, you know, they really should do a bit of work. There's something about squig herd deployment cave squigs. Yeah, so the other thing you can do is you can put the squig herders in the second rank. I mean, it's a thrusting spear, so that only really counts when they get charged. But really what you'd probably see on the tabletop is the squigs in the front rank, and then the herders in the second rank. And personally, for me, this is a good unit for that line thing, because you kind of want it to break, and then if it's like occupying all of the table, that means more stuff. So you know, if he'd have punted his fanatics forwards, and then there's just a massive line of squigs, that could be really effective, because, you know, even if he's got multiple units coming in to kill the squigs, you know, they've got no armor though, so they could just die. But if he makes a mistake and just charges 1 unit into this massive line, then, you know, it could be really effective.
My guy takes 4 hits and
2s.
Why not? My guy takes 4 hits and
He's doing D3. Have I? So he's doing even more hit. So, I mean, I don't get how some people read the rules like that. Because right, let's read it again just to make sure I'm not totally... If the squig herd contains 5 or more cave squigs, every unit suffers D3 strength 5 hits, each with an AP of 1. For each additional 5 cave squigs, apply 1 modifier to D3. Once done, dead. So it is just D3 plus 1. But what he's doing is he's doing D3 plus 1 for each 5. So presumably if there's 15 less left, he would have done 3D3 plus 2. But no. Because he's doing D3 plus 1. Or is he rolling D? Because he rolled 2 2s and he said he got 4 hits.
Twos.
No, I think I'm toughness. I'll find out. But doesn't matter. They all go through. And my armor save.
He's got a shield.
Light armor, shield, and then troll high trousers. It means it's a 4-up save. So it goes to a 5-up. And then he has regeneration. He takes 1 wound.
Yeah.
And then your tree kin, take 5 wounds or 5 hits. And you have 3 wounds at AP1.
Okay, so they have 6
what?
Wounds or 5 hits.
How
He
did
has
get there?
regeneration. He takes 1 wound. And then your tree kin, take.
He's done 2D3 for the... Right, so that's 5. What did he... Oh,
See how
I'm
much
so
damage he's gonna
confused
be.
now.
15.
Decide whether you're going to follow up or 5 hits, and you have to be the range. My armor save.
6-up saves.
I'll keep clean.
Oh, whatever.
Fail all 3, and then 5-up regens.
And then
Threes.
3 times 4. For 5.
Threes.
3 times 4. We got them all. 5 of them.
5.
This guy passed, so he's going to back up 2.
5. Except regen. So they threes.
3 times 4. For 5.
Fail. Okay, so they
5 wounds. And then your tree has regeneration. Means it's a
he's got a shield.
light armor, shield, and then troll high trousers. It means it's a 4-up save. So it goes to a 5-up.
Do this.
Why not?
1 hits. You have 15.
No, I have 13. Okay, so
2d3.
2d3.
Strength 5, AP 1 hits.
I will do my own guy first, because why not? My guy takes 4 hits.
He's just read it. He's just...
Do this.
I think he's just read the dice and he just reads 4 and he's in his head he's just read the dice. Because if you roll 2 2s on 2d3, that's obviously just 2 hits, not 4. So I think that's just a mistake. Okay, whatever.
Regen. Make 1, 4 die.
And this guy passed, so he's going to back up 2. And if you could, decide whether you're going to follow up or for a string.
I'm gonna follow up.
So you have to turn to face me.
Oh, I have to turn to face you.
Yes.
Because you're still alive.
Yes.
Never mind. I will test restrain.
Yep,
So, Treekin are leadership 8. They're fine, and the Dryads are. I rolled a 5, so we're good.
All right. Can you summarize that for me, editor? Are we taking the guy out of the unit? I'm not entirely sure I'm following the whole conversation. So are you good?
Yep.
So you just what are you doing?
I tested restrain on both.
So you reform and everything then?
Yep.
You want to reform? On both, only one. They're not in combat. I exploded on them. So yeah, you get to face it any way you want.
So if I were him, and if I wanted them to get into combat with them, I would pivot that way, such as to sort of face this way, because you can nudge this forwards a little bit to about here, such that the unit is still able to get a direct charge here, and that would essentially just reduce the distance a little bit, maybe only by an inch, but you know, every inch matters in this kind of game. And then if you roll well and you charge, it doesn't matter, because then you can pivot and get in. If you roll badly, then at least you can get in and clip them, but you're there, right? That's if he wants to charge them. If he wants to, I mean, they're probably out of range. I mean, they're both probably out of range, to be honest, but You do kind of want to get the charge off against them, though, because fanatics, none of the fanatics are on the table yet. So, like, if you get into them, you get lucky and drive them off the table. Steve's just lost a load of fanatics, and that's great news for you. So that's what I'd have done.
So I could pivot them like this.
That's a wheel.
Well, you pivot. You
pivot on my center? I'd be on top of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming you don't want to look backwards.
Yeah, no.
All right, let's go over here.
He's just wheeled it backwards a little
So
bit
we're gonna
now.
have 4
This is why.
in base.
This is why you talk to your opponent about what you want to do with the unit before you move it, because it's really important that you both agree. Because it says right at the start of the rules, like, no takesy backsies. Once you've done a thing, you've done a thing, because it's super difficult to correct, right? So you just say, I'm going to pivot because I want to, pivot around there. And then your opponent can say, all right, well, remember, you're just imagining that you're like nailing the middle of the unit to where it is, and you're pivoting around the middle. It's not a wheel, it's a pivot, right?
Contact with your tree. And 2 more on the fighting rank. What's your weapon skill?
At least 5.
Oh, no, but are you 10? You're not 9 or something like that, right?
Don't.
I'm hitting on 4s.
Definitely not 9. No.
Well, wait until hitting on
Oh, that's
5s.
my ancient. Yeah, only 5 on ancients.
Okay. Their weapon skill 4. Oh, you've been hitting me on 4s over here. It's all good.
Is their weapon skill 4 and squig?
Wait, their weapon skill 4?
That's weird. Okay, yeah, I would have had a lot less hits.
Five
that could have gone very differently, Steve.
Okay, I got a killing blow. Who cares? A killing blow.
I'm a monster.
Are you a monster?
I'm a monster.
Yeah, fair. And 2 wounds. So we have, this is AP2, and we have 2, sorry, AP2, AP1.
So I have 1 6 up,
Nice.
1 5 up.
Nice. I'm done.
Okay, cool. So no damage done from them. Okay, so that's my ancient. So my ancient, I think, has 5 attacks. No, 3 attacks.
Guy stay in unit, but going to the end. Got it.
Only 3
Ben,
attacks?
which side do you want this guy on?
The far side.
Good.
Yep.
Thank you. Appreciate the work.
So he only has 3 attacks.
That's
He's
correct.
ancient.
He's got stomps.
What spell did
Oh, those guys have stomps too. I completely forgot that these guys have stomps.
he killed me? Did you stop my vindictive glare?
Yes.
With what?
The tree man.
He's in combat.
You got vindictive. You got everything off.
Here's what we'll do.
You got everything. All of it.
I couldn't cast this, and yeah.
I didn't stop anything. You got itchy.
Can I
hits
even
off.
cast if you use target in combat? I might not even be able to. Wait, executions would have been before you were in combat. So you're
This is something that Mini Wargaming does a lot. They're like, oh, I forgot this. Can we just take it back and do this cool thing? And it's like, again, it says right. I mean, every other game system, you can kind of make allowances. With the old world, you kind of can't a bit. Unless it clearly makes no difference as to where you are now. But like, if you forgot something, I mean, so this is what I do in tournaments, right? I'm not saying it's right for everybody. You know, some people are a bit more obsessive about remembering things than I am. I get obsessive about other things. Don't worry, I have my own tics. However, not those sorts of tics, though. Thankfully. But anyway, what the hell was I? See, this is one of them. I get so easily distracted. But yeah, just going back, like, this is what I do. If I've forgotten something, I'll say to my opponent, "Oh, I've forgotten this. Don't worry, I don't want to take the game back. I'm just reminding myself so I don't forget it next time because it could have done this." And then you kind of, sometimes it's a bit of gamesmanship, right? Because sometimes your opponent will say, "Oh yeah, it's fine, do that." Most of the time your opponent does. Sometimes though, I'd say like 40% of the time, your opponent will go, oh, yeah, well, you'll remember next time then. So, like, just over half the time, your opponent will be nice, and the other half the time, and sometimes actually, the thing that you've forgotten you don't really want to do, so your opponent will be nice and let you make a mistake that you that you forgot to make, if that makes sense. That happens quite a bit as well. But yeah, anyway, this is the one thing I don't like about it. I mean, everything about mini wargaming and Steve's channel, Mountain Miniatures, brilliant, apart from going backwards and forwards, because you just lose the pace of the game and you just don't know where you're up to.
Good there. I'm going to re-roll Vindictive Glare, because you get to use your... I don't remember what the rolls were. So, Vindictive Glare is a 7.
No, because when you were casting, I would have been out of combat.
But you have your... no, not for this spell.
Oh, okay.
You have your Fated Dispel in this. So my total is 11. If you box card, you can prevent... All right, we're going to hit... The only thing we can see is the Treekin.
Yeah, that's not...
Wounding on a 2. And... no armor save. You get to ward and regeneration.
Okay, so 6 up regen?
No, it's 5 up for them.
Yeah, I didn't get it anyways.
C3 damage. 3.
That's one guy dead.
Where's that coming from?
By the way, continue killing my guys that did nothing to you. You can backfight them.
Okay, so I got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Sorry, where's that coming from? Where's his... Is Steve's wizard there? Oh, okay, so he can draw a line through there, can't he? Yeah, it's 21 inches, Vindictive Glare, so it's a decent range. Okay. I mean, that's a sort of take back that you'd probably allow, because it doesn't make any difference to where we are now. No, it doesn't, no.
The game fixed. By the way, continue killing my guys that did nothing to you. You can backfight them.
Okay, so I got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, they all
Good.
hit.
2's the kill? Gotta assume your toughness at least 5. Or strength at least 5, right?
Yeah, I'm strength 5. Yeah, and a whole bunch of...
How many? 3 dead?
3. And then I got D3 Stomp.
Only D3. Ah, you're a caster, I get it.
Don't know why I said only D3, that's
a
quite a lot.
Oh, nice.
It's much more applicative because I'm a giant tree.
Nice.
D3 Stomp. 3.
2's?
Doses. 2.
All right, I got 2 ranks. And you close order. You my 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am close order.
You get that as a single model monster, because you're a monster, even though you're single model, you still get it.
Oh, okay.
Definitely fail. I'll reroll for the BSB. Definitely fail. I'm gonna explode!
How big?
6 inches.
Hold on, he rolled a 5. Didn't he? Sorry, I was just checking. So with Squig has a leadership 6, Cave Squig's a 3. So...
Definitely fail. I'm gonna monster, because you're a monster, even though you're single model, you still get it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so leadership 6 minus 1, because they're in combat with a terror-causing enemy. 5. So they passed the break check. So they fail the break check, but they roll under their leadership. Okay, so they would just fall back in good order with that roll. Like, the only reason you re-roll it is because you want them to go pop.
Definitely fail. I'll reroll for the BSB. Definitely fail. I'm gonna explode!
How big?
6 inches.
6 inches. I think that catches the Treekin. Does it catch this guy?
Oh, jeez. It actually might.
No, you're good.
All right, so
Catches the giant.
Get the giant, get the
And
Treekin.
let's do my
These guys.
yeah. Let's do my things
So
first.
you get 3d6 or 3d3 now?
Yep. All right, 3d3 hits on my spears.
I don't know why he's putting models back in it. I don't know why he's done that. I think he lost like 6, because it's when if they contained. Yeah, it currently contains. Right, so I don't know why he's put those models. He's got. Hold on. He's got 5. What did he have? He had 5, 10, 15, probably. I think he had some squig herds and he lost. Okay, so it should just be D3 plus 2. But, yeah.
Nice. 2's the kill. Nice.
Is that a panicking?
That's a panic test?
I
Yep.
don't know, actually. Let me just roll this and hope for the best. We're good. My giant's going to get hit. Nice.
Nothing?
No, I have to wound him. 5? 5's the wound. 1. He's a wound. He's on a 5. And then what's yours getting hit? Just the treekin and your ancient?
Yeah.
The ancient.
9 hits?
No, we're doing
5's
5.
the wound.
5's
Wait,
the wound.
you got to have the 7?
Up to 6.
5's the wound. 3 wounds, AP 1.
Okay, so 3 5-ups. Make none. And 3 5-up regens. Make none.
Nice.
So he's lost
And
2
then
wounds.
the treekin. Only 5.
I mean, he probably should have lost 2,
4.
but, you know,
2
whatever.
wounds, 1's at AP 2.
Okay, so the one at AP2, I get no armor save, I just get regen.
Yep, so 1 armor save.
And
And,
regen is 5-up regen.
oh, so you know that way? That's
Yeah.
fine.
So what he's done there is because he's forgotten that the huge gob, which is what the squigs are armed with, is AP 1, and they have armor bane 1. He's applying armor bane to the squigs go wild rule. It doesn't say that. It doesn't have armor bane. The unit doesn't have armor bane. The squigs go wild rule, strength 5, AP 1. That's it.
And then armor save. So I'm good.
It's minus 1 for the armor save, so that's pills.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
I got to roll regen for him
yeah.
then. Nope. So 1 wound.
I don't,
So how much
see,
got
I
taken
don't know
off
what's
the
gone
tree
on
man ancient
there.
again?
3 and 1 wound on the kin.
Okay.
But all my squig friends are dead. Well, not all of them.
That's a
You know what,
meaty
we're taking out a
unit.
squig
That's
unit,
like...
taking a few wounds to take out a squig unit. I'll take it. Okay.
Because, like, points-wise, a K-squig costs 10 points. So he's just lost about 350 points worth of squigs. In his charge phase, that's not good.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the tree man ancient is 6 wounds. Yep, so he's down to 3.
Probably should be 4, but...
And the treekin took 1 wound.
My giant's
one
initiative
guy that's
2,
down to
so
2.
we're initiative 6 on the giant
None,
right
because
now.
he'd have rolled both his saves.
And I gotta assume
The tree man ancient, is he -1 initiative right now? Does he have the befuddlement of mischiefs? The regular tree man has the befuddlement of mischiefs.
What does that do?
I believe it's -1 weapon skill and -1 initiative. But I don't think he's initiative 5. I think he's initiative
What?
4.
The what? I can't find.
No, he's initiative 2. Never mind. So it's just the only thing that matters is -1.
Weapon skill?
Yeah, weapon skill to you.
Guys, found it.
Oh, he's weapon skill 6. He's a higher weapon skill than the tree man ancient.
Oh, well, yeah, it makes sense. He's the fighter. He's old.
Yeah.
He's old wizard. Okay, so the Mangler Squig is going to be first. Impact hits D6. 1.
Okay.
Force to wound. Nothing.
That's only strength 6.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, now we have D6 attacks.
Only strength 6. Only is not the word that you use to describe strength 6 impact hits. That's very high.
3. And we're hitting on. You're up till 6?
Yep.
And a force.
Sorry, let me check the befuddlement of mischiefs.
Yep.
I think I have to pick a unit that's in base contact with me to apply it to.
Ah, gotcha.
A single enemy unit. Okay, so what's the weapon skill on these guys?
4 on that guy and 3 on that guy.
3 on this guy? So I'll drop him down to 2, so he's hitting me on 5s.
Okay, he doesn't always hit though.
No. Oh yeah, it depends on what he rolls.
Depending on the chart. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Then it wouldn't have any effect on the other guy anyways, because he's...
That's true. You're right. We have those hits
Yeah.
or wounds. I rolled a hit or a wound. No, let's hit their hits.
Okay.
We're wounding on 4s. Hey, the all wound.
3 wounds.
AP2.
AP2. So I have 6 up saves.
Sorry,
Nice.
what just happened
5
there?
up regen.
Why are they rolling dice? You need to tell us what they're rolling for.
Okay.
We're wounding on 4s. Hey. I rolled a hit or a wound.
The guy anyways, because he... oh, yeah, it depends on what he rolls.
Depending on the chart, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Then it wouldn't have any effect on the other guy anyways, because he...
It's true, you're right. We have those hits or wounds. I rolled a hit or a wound. Now let's hit our hits.
Okay.
Wounding on 4s. Hey, they all wound.
3 wounds.
AP2.
AP2. So I have 6 up saves.
Nice.
5 up regen. Nope. So he's lost 1 wound. He's down to 5. He's down to 5 wounds remaining.
To be fair, like when I shot I've done a couple of battle reports so far. It is really difficult to do a battle report like this. Like it's so easy because you trying. I mean, in this one they've got static cameras, which is pretty useful. But like I was, moving the camera around, trying to get good angles, which I failed at. Remembering all the rules, which I failed at, and trying not to be a boring SAB is all quite difficult actually. So, it's very easy to make that kind of silly mistake.
And then El Gigante.
El Gigante. So you gotta roll a dice to see what he's gonna do.
Yes, sir. Headbutt. Ah, okay.
That's really good for this, isn't it? It's really good single target stuff.
I have to hit.
So
1 attack.
5s.
I hit. You suffer D3 plus 1 wounds with no armor or regeneration allowed.
Okay, D3 plus 1.
3 wounds.
3 wounds. He's down to 2.
And I have stomps, but you're up.
Can we stomp each other? Are we allowed to
We
stomp
can.
monster?
But we're all behemoths, so our stomps don't gain the AP against behemoths.
Gotcha.
Correct.
So what's the toughness on these 2 guys?
6 on the giant, and the mangler I'm going to assume is 4. But give me 15 minutes to find this page again.
It's fine.
Oh, he's 5.
He's 5. So I'm going to attack the Mangler Squig because I have best chance to actually hurt him.
Yep.
5 attacks hitting on
3s.
3s.
Oh
one
no!
hit.
Beautiful.
And
3s?
3s? No, 4s because I'm strength 5.
Oh, jeez. Why are you only strength 5?
Because I'm strength 5 down to 6.
Okay. You have any stomps?
Yep, I got D3 stomps.
You go into yours.
Yep, I'm going to do on the Mangler Squig. I got 2, wounding on 4s. 1 wound on the Mangler Squig.
I don't have any armor. So he's down to 3. Now the Mangler has D3 stomps at strength 6. And El Gigante, or sorry, Lugnut McGillicuddy has D6. And they're the same strength, so I can roll them together. So we have a D6 for 1 and D3 for 2. These are forced wound. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. AP?
No AP.
Okay, so 4 up saves.
Later,
1,
Alan.
fail 1. 5 up regen. Nope. So he's down to 1 wound.
Okay.
So you did 5. Okay, so you're more than double my unit strength now, right?
It's starting.
Oh, it's starting. Okay.
Oh, how many wounds do you have?
I had 6.
I don't have that. You're good.
Okay.
So let's do combat res. Once I find out if I'm closed order in the Mangler Squig. I am. Okay. So I have 2 closed orders. I have a flank. How many wounds I do?
Rear.
You did 5. Because I didn't make any of my regens.
And what do you got?
I did 1 wound to you.
Oh, jeez. Okay, we won by 7.
Okay, so if I'm stubborn, I can choose not to roll, right?
Correct.
You know what? I should know the answer to this. But yes, I'm pretty sure that's correct.
It's once per game.
Yeah. I think it's the first time actually, not just once per
And
game.
I give ground, I believe.
You'll be going that way. You might take a wound and die. If you're given ground. And I don't want to make you do it until I double check stubborn.
What's my leadership on him?
The first time we try to make a break test, you can choose to not automatically fall back in good order instead.
Oh, okay.
So when you flee away from me, you're going to go through, you will be going through one of my models, which means you got to roll a die. On a 1, 2, or 3, you take a wound, you only got 1 left.
That's going to happen no matter what anyways. If I flee, you might just wipe me out entirely.
Yeah.
So it's my best
Might
choice.
be stubborn. So you're gonna choose to fall back in order.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go directly away from my giant. You're going that way.
Yep.
So before you even roll it, just
It's 2d6, right?
I'm going to follow up with both, but
Yeah.
just roll your die. 1, 2, 3. You're dead. Just one die. One die.
Okay.
Okay, you're fine. And now go back 2d6. Now you take the highest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter anyway.
So do I stay in the same orientation I am, or do I?
No, you
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
you pick the direction you want.
No.
It doesn't really matter with this guy, but
Oh, you know what? My giant would have to test restrain because I can't walk to my own model.
oh right.
Not that he has to. He should. He should.
Yeah.
I
He's
don't know
restrained.
what's going
But
on.
this guy can't fail.
Yeah.
But he's gonna follow back in, and this guy's gonna. Hello, friends.
Hello.
What's he
Oh.
doing? Hold
Hello.
on. He says he's gonna.
Oh.
What?
He has to. He should. He should.
Yeah.
He's gonna restrain. But
But now he's testing to restrain. Now he's seen where he's moved. He's now testing to restrain. Like, no takesy backsies.
this guy can't fail.
Yeah.
But he's gonna follow back in, and this guy's gonna. Hello, friends.
Like that's an actual. Sorry, Steve. Normally, I really like your battle reports, but like, you can't just like. That's just. If somebody tried that at a tournament, you just say no. You said you were pursuing. Oh, well, I've changed my mind now. Now I've seen where it's going to actually end up. Well, oh, tough. I'm sorry. You said you weren't. You weren't restraining. Like, you can't see where I've gone and then decide, oh no, actually, because if I did pursue, the giant would be like here, and then he'd have to go all the way over here, so he'd be out of the game for like the next 2 or 3 turns. I didn't really think that through. Like, come on.
Hello.
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 Hello. That's my turn. Let's say it's. I'll call it successful. I have no idea what happened.
Oh, I don't have. I've taken 5 minutes.
What happened over here then? Have I started late?
You're mango squid against the dryads.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about
Impact
combat.
attacks.
Yep, that happens.
It's only one. It wounds.
Okay. AP.
It's like
2.
2.
2.
Yeah, it's 2.
3, I
6 up
think,
regen?
actually.
Hey.
It might be AP nothing. No, it's actually AP nothing.
Okay. Well, I made that 6 of armor save
Impact
then.
it's with Mangler
He's a
Squigs. They're like
behemoth,
3. They've got
and
a
they
rule
gain
like
AP
ball
on their
and chain or something.
bombs.
That's.
And their impact attacks. So yeah, it would have been AP. Yeah.
So I just made my regen then.
Just, you've got the book in your hands. Just read it. like, hold on. Ba-bum. It's just AP3. Like, just anyway.
So they've taken
Calm
1
down,
combat
Dan.
res.
Told you I get
I
obsessive
can't remember
about
my
some
attacks.
things.
I'm sorry. I have had a very long week, and I'm a little exhausted, and I can't keep anything in my head. Also, I'm not very bright.
He's just said he can't keep anything in his head because he's had a very long week. He's quite stressed. So, okay, that's fine. But don't try to remember things if you know that you can't remember anything.
Man, Spigs, you're so 6 attacks. It's got 6 attacks. We're killing those dryads.
Hitting on, I believe I'm weapon skill 4.
Their weapon skill 4
Am
would be
I?
4s.
So 4s to hit.
We have 3 hits, perfectly statistical.
Yeah, that's 3 hits.
2 wound. Ooh, we got 2 killing blows and 1 at AP2.
So 2 killing blows just automatically wipe guys out because I don't get regen against those either, right? And then 1 other I gotta make a save against.
Yep.
AP2.
AP2.
So 6 up regen. Nope.
No.
Other guy did. So that's 4 combat res for you.
Yeah.
And that's
2 get to put me back.
Yep. Now
Why 4?
can I say that's the champion plus 2?
Who's the champion?
Champion's the nymph.
Where's that one? Center?
Whichever one you.
Oh no, of course, of course. I
You
don't know why I'm asking. Of course. If you had a champion there, champion plus 2.
Okay. So 3 attacks on the champion. On the
Oh wait, no. Sorry. No, brain fart. Only 2 models of fighting rank can fight me.
Okay. One of them has to be the champion.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get 5 attacks then.
No, because a champion is like a character in a unit, so you have to allocate attacks to the champion. Okay, so what they agreed initially was right, and Steve seems to have changed his mind. So it should be the champion plus 2 other models.
5 attacks hitting on 4s, winning on 6s, I believe, because your toughness 5.
Yes.
4s.
Yes.
And 6s. Nope, nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so you win by 4.
I did 4 wounds. Oh, I stomped. It's 3. 1 dies.
Okay.
And 1 has to save.
I don't get regen against.
What? I mean, it's 2s, but like, why does the 6? It's a stomp. Stomps don't get anything, do they? I mean, maybe this is a rule I've misread. Stomp. Stomp, 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 stomp. Stomp. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Thunder stomp. Stomp. Stomp, 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 stomp. Where's the rule that says what a stomp is? Oh, God. Here we go. There we go. Oh, it's special. It's a USR, a Universal Special Rule. Only be made by models that are in base contact with the enemy. Stomp attacks are attacks made in combat that always strike at initiative 1. Hit automatically using the unmodified strength. So there's nothing about... So there's just AP2. So for some reason, he's given the stomp... Armor Bane 1 for some reason. They don't. But maybe he's misread this and thought that means stomps have AP3. No, because he's done it on a 6 because he's only got a 2. If that was true, he'd have done both at AP3. I don't know what's going on.
Stomps?
That was killing blow.
Oh.
Wait.
It's not a killing.
2 saves. The killing blow is on my weapon, not my profile, not my special rules.
Okay.
So 2 saves.
2 saves and 2 regen. So 6 ups, 6 ups.
Okay, he's got it right in the end.
Nope.
All right, so you have how many did I kill?
5 plus 1 regen.
Okay, so I got 7 combat res. I had 5 kills. Sorry, 6 kills plus my closed order.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 ranks, so I won by 5.
You win by 5. I'm leadership 8, so I'm going to be stubborn this round and fall back to
stubborn?
good order. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to follow up.
All my tree stuff has stubborn.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go 6.
Sensible.
Oh, you know what?
2d6. You don't have Swift Stride.
I guess I didn't never thought about this. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that things with random movement still pursue normally. You roll 2,
Yes.
not 3. I went 9 inches.
Actually, let's not assume. That's random movement. Let's have a look for that and see what it says. Random movement, page 176. It's a universal special rule. Let's not read it and then cannot march or declare a charge, can wheels change direction, can't perform any other maneuvers. If his model is able to make contact with an enemy, roll for the things. While pursuing and reducing the model lines against the enemy unit stops moving, a unit charged this way must hold. They cannot march with the models. So there's nothing about pursuit or fleeing. So as normal, because it doesn't say that they do something different.
Just forward.
Okay.
Back in. That counts as a charge, so I'll be impact attacks against you again.
Yep. I was hoping to fall back less than.
Did you roll
that counts as
6?
I went 9 inches forward.
Okay.
Back in.
Oh,
that
9.
counts as
Sorry,
a charge,
that's
so I'll be
3d6
impact
for
attacks
pursuit.
against you again.
Yeah, sorry.
I was hoping to fall back less than 3.
Yeah, I know. That's my turn.
Okay.
So, Ben, at the start of your turn,
Okay, so a lot happened there that I'd forgotten about. So, yeah, that's just an example. So that's the first round of combat. That's the first like big round of combat in the game, and that's often instructive as to how the thing's going to go. As you can see, by the end of that round of combat, this treeman's dead. And to be honest, it should be. Like, with those two, with a mangler squig in the backside and a giant in the front. It's dead. Like, why the hell it was there in the first place to get charged by that, I don't know. I don't know what Steve did to bait out the... In fact, why is it there? He just moved it there. Did he just move it there? What happened? He just moved it there. Okay. I mean, that is possibly the... Okay, behind these guys, that's a really big punchy unit, right? It causes terror, like it should be trying to get into these to do a load of damage and then get them to flee off the table, because it causes fear, it causes terror. It going after stuff that's immune to psychology is a waste of points. You've got this block of treekin and this block of treekin. They can deal with the manglers. You need to beat the manglers by combat res. They are, unless they're unbreakable, and I missed that. No, they are not unbreakable. They are immune to psychology, but they are leadership 4, right? So you beat them in combat by combat res. Surely they've got unbreakable. No. Good God. And he's put them over there. They're only leadership 4. Imagine if he had a spell that said, "I'll take a break check." Like, it's just panic off the table. There's one in battle magic, isn't there? You just take a break check. Off you go. Oh. Like, don't do that. They need to be general, because you don't want them to run away. Anyway. So, what was I talking about? Oh, they're immune to psychology, so they don't care about... and in fact, they cause terror themselves, don't they? Don't they? They should do. Do they cause fear? No. Is that a universal rule for, like, big monsters? Is that what I'm missing? Am I missing something? They're pretty terrifying to me. I mean, if I saw a big ball of teeth and whatever the hell it's made out of, like 2 of them chained together bouncing towards me, I'd be probably running, if I'm being honest. It sounds quite terrifying. I'd be, let's not bother with that. I'm going to hide behind something bigger than it, like that nearby castle. I shall hide behind those walls and hope it can't get over. Has anybody got a cannon? I'm trying to find the bloody rules for bloody monsters. This book is so long. Monsters, here we go. Do they cause terror? No, there's no... Right, so there's no... Look, I'm sorry. I'm just going to show you this to you, just so that... Close order, the hate dwarves, immune psychology, do a load of impact hits, Kersplat, treat all difficult terrain as dangerous terrain, which is great. Large target, random attacks, random movements, spike ball and chains, impact hits are AP3, D3 stomp attacks, and timber, so when they die you both roll off and then they might hurt somebody that's near them. But that's it. They are 95 points though, actually, so that's very cheap for that profile. So they're actually really good. I quite like them. Anyway, that's not the point. I mean, for 95 points, that's really good. Yeah, but they don't cause terror or fear. They're just immune to psychology. How they're not causing fear, I don't know. That seems like an oversight. But anyway, so because they don't cause terror, they're -1 leadership. Oh, actually, yeah, I get it now. Because, so if he beats them, they're -1 leadership, so they're breaking on a 3, and, you know, they're only running like a normal distance, like 2d6. Right.
By now, anyways.
There. And
So, anyway, where was I? We're about sort of here-ish, something like that. I was getting on to halfway through. Yeah, the first substantive round of combat is over. And this is what happens. What? Where the fanatic? What? Hold on. Have I misread fanatics? I thought you could only do it in your turn. If you can do it in their turn, that's amazing. Oh, I'm definitely getting if I've misread it to that extent, I'm definitely getting some. I'm going to the Warhammer shop after recording this video and buying some Night Goblins. Or just buying some Fanatics. I love the models anyway. I want to paint some up. Right, where the hell's the bloody rules? I'm too excited to find the rules. Oh no, it'll be in the special rules bit, won't it? Won't it? I think at the end. So that's Chaos. That's Gork. Oh, okay, we're nearly there. Apologies. Oh no, it's in the bloody not War Scroll. It's in the entry. It's about there, I think. Aha! Here we go. During any start of turn subphase. Wow. Oh wow, that's so good. I just thought it was your turn. Oh wow. Oh, that's great. Sorry. I have misread that.
This might be busted.
So now the Fanatics come out. Oh, wow. Why have they all moved the same distance? What? D6 strength 5 hits with AP 3. Ooh. Oh. Right, okay, so they're awesome. They're fantastic. Oh, I love that. Right, anyway. Oh, sorry, that treatment isn't dead. I said it was dead a bit ago, didn't I? That's not, it's over there. But it soon will be. Yeah, these are out of position. They're not going to do anything in this next Wood Elf turn, so that's 2 turns they've been essentially wasted. You know, they should, because I mean, basically, if he'd have charged them in there, they'd be over here now. He'd be releasing like I don't know why all the Fanatics have moved the same distance. I don't know why that's happened. Actually, that's a bit weird. I didn't spot that last time. What's he done?
I'm leadership 8, so
There's a start of turn sub phase, so it's like literally at the start of the turn. So the strategy phase, which is the first phase of the game, we've got 4 sub phases. The first one is start of turn, so that's when Fanatics get released. So it should be like right at the start. But this is not working, so I'm not even going to bother looking at that. We'll figure out Fanatics later. Right, next clip. Not that one. Next clip. Falling back. Oh no, that was part of that. Yeah. Next clip was how he moves these fast cavalry. It's a bit interesting.
The other one, 9. Skirting this way. Probably gonna slam into a wall next turn, but we'll see. Let's see if we kill him. It's 2. I can do it.
5s.
1.
1.
Regen.
5 up regen. Nope. Down to 1.
Let's send this Fanatic through there. Dead. Second one through there. 7. Yeah, you hit and then pop through. This guy died.
How many hits?
It's 4.
Oh no, I'm an idiot. He was basically place the Fanatic model so its base is within 3 inches of the concealing unit and not touching the base. So they were 3 inches away, and then he gets to move them in a direction that he wants to now. So this is what he's doing now.
On 4s.
Ah!
Okay.
I'm going for your tree lord.
Yeah, you are. 7.
You're safe. You ain't going nowhere. You will stand there. Nowhere. Okay, you can continue your turn now.
He just moved the model. Like, he just moved his opponent's model out of sequence such that it made it impossible for that. Oh my god.
Okay.
I'll let you to play now. I think this. Oh wait, sorry. My fanatics have to move. Never mind. No. That's your turn, not my turn.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay.
They would be buffed if they did. They're kind of maybe buffed already, Willard.
Like, that's actually really annoyed me because, like, you see that on, like, at tournaments all the time. Like, people just, like, they don't nudge your models, but then they, like, move your models if they're correcting the fact that they nudged it. You know, I do tend to call people out on that because it's like, you've just, what'd you do that for? I said, oh, I nudged it. I'm like, no, you didn't. I'll put it back. Thank you very much. You know, that sounds a bit like, but you do. I'm not selling tournaments very well. I mean, you know, people do it all the time because I think that I genuinely think people do it all the time because they're trying to be like courteous and, like, you know, they just assume that. I don't think it's ill intent. I just think that people are going overboard to try and, like, not screw with your game very much. Some people are like, it's gamesmanship. You know, it's a bit like diving in soccer, you know. People do it because it's how you win games. But, like, you get that sometimes. But, yeah, I'm not really selling tournaments. I keep telling people, oh, it's great going to tournaments. But I'm like, I stick up for myself. I'm quite good at that. You know, I don't, you know, people being passive aggressive with me, just kind of just ignore it. So, like, I'm probably the right sort of person to go to tournaments, whereas I think a lot of people would just be, not the right sort of people. Maybe not a lot of people are tournament gamers for a reason. There's just weirdos like us that try and do it properly, and then there's weirdos who just want to win at all costs. But, like, that really annoys me when people do that. In fact, actually, I've said that. Let's just check it just to make sure. Oh, look, see, he's... What actually happened?
7.
You're safe. You ain't going nowhere. You will stand there. Nowhere. Okay. You will.
Yeah, you are.
I didn't even see it move.
Nope.
Second one.
That's where he changed his...
You're safe.
Oh, he knocks it a little bit with the tape measure.
You will stand there.
Okay.
I think you'll agree he's moved it back way over more, hasn't he?
No.
Okay. 7.
Anyway, I'm getting too
Not my
obsessed
turn.
with that.
Yeah.
I told you, I get really obsessed about certain annoying things.
Okay.
They would be buffed if they did. They're kind of maybe buffed already, Willard. But you're right.
Okay.
Is YouTube upset about the fanatics?
Anyway, shush down.
Are they
That's
cool?
not what we're talking about.
They'd be busted if they did.
Shut up, Dan. Stop whinging.
All right. There's all these gobos on the ground. There's so many. I can't
Oh,
even.
shut up whinging about your game. Right, go on with it.
I'm gonna mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're within 8 inches of a fanatic. You need to do a mark. Yeah. 10.
Alright, so.
Twin Franks, welcome to the Mountaineers, my dude, and beat my fur. Beat my fur, welcome to the Mountaineers, bud. Appreciate that. Can't do it without you. Think about joining the channel. Hanging out on the Sunday.
That's okay. I mean, again, I just use a stick because then if you've got a stick, then you can move the stick around and maneuver that.
Apparently, when you talk about Warhammer, the old world, a lot of people get upset.
As they should be. Okay, so that's 8 inches
You get
of
upset
movement.
because you love it, and I respect that.
Yeah. So that's 8 inches of movement. They
I know, Will.
have
They have
through
9.
cover, open order, so they get another pivot at the
As
end.
long as you didn't march. So if you
Okay, so
march,
I marched. Okay.
But
But I can wheel again, or I can just do one wheel.
you can. No, if you choose the wheel as your maneuver, you can do as many wheels as you want.
Okay. So that's an 8-inch.
And the scariest thing on the table to them are the fanatics. You're relatively safe now.
Yeah. 4 more inches there, so that's 12 inches. So I got 6 more inches of movement, so I'm gonna wheel them again.
So how crazy are these wild riders? They're gonna.
They have this rule, which means they do. Fast cavalry does mean you get to pivot even if you march.
Evaporate anything they charge. They are.
So he probably could have put them over here with a move straight forwards and then pivoted around here, so they're way closer. So they don't even get to stand and shoot next turn.
One of the better hitting units in the game, but they have frenzy, so
They have to be charging.
they have to charge. Want to put the trees back?
Not really.
I know. Do you think you sent to the mighty goblin?
The mightiest of goblin.
This guy's gonna go. Wah!
I know. Okay. So,
So,
shoosting from him.
yeah, I'll allow it. Oh, your stuff's in combat.
Si, senor. Si, senor.
Now, if I were the Wood Elf player, this guy's in a bit of trouble, right? Because he's in between. One of these has not got very many wounds left. One of these is going to hit him. He needs to get out of line of sight of this guy because this guy's got vindictive glare, right? So what he needs to do is like turn and then move, like probably to about here, and then because it's lumbering, it gets a free pivot at the end of its move. So you can turn it, and so it's facing this direction now, and then wheel it a little bit, move it down there, and then you get your free pivot. So you're like right next to this unit, like about an inch away, and stick it in there. And then it's miles away from all these fanatics, well, apart from that one. But the others, you know, if you did that, then basically these two can't get to you, because if they roll as if they're going into the terrain, they just die. And this one's probably too far. It needs to roll a very long distance to get to you, and a very specific direction, so that makes it very unlikely. This one, you know, you've got 1 in 6 chance of it maybe rolling to come towards you, so you're pretty safe from that. And then you got this one here again, it might have to go through terrain to get you, so it's probably dead. He's also got a spell that allows him to cast a wood somewhere, so he probably should be doing that. But and the other reason why him not bringing a wood is like super important against orcs and goblins, is that if a fanatic moves into any, okay, the rule is difficult, dangerous or impossible. Woods are difficult terrain, so if he had a wood here, he basically can't use the fanatics, because those 3 fanatics, when they went into the wood, would have just died. So it would have moved over the treeman and done some hits here, but these 3 would just be dead if he'd have. Well, no, you can't put a wood there, it's got to be 12 inches away. But if you'd have put like a wood here, then do you know what I mean? Then it would just be, unless he put this one down here, which I didn't see, to be honest. He could have put that one down there, to be honest, but if he did, he's not really used it very much.
So how crazy are these wild riders? They're gonna evaporate anything they charge. They are.
They're not going to evaporate anything they charge. I mean, you know, I've had some Wild Rider charges not go so well. I've seen some Wild Rider charges not go so well, but... Right, anyway, so we've talked about fast cavalry. He should have pivoted, and, you know, but again, it's only a second game of the old world, so whatever, you know. Fair enough. And then...
Fleeing, actually, you're not rallying.
Oh, right. You gotta turn me around. You turn me
Right
around, baby.
I'm gonna aim at your treekin and hope the Nax don't get me on the way in. Or your tree lord agent.
Okay.
We have this fight. I'm gonna activate the wall with one hit wonder.
Yep.
It always strikes first.
Yep.
Now again, we've looked at the weapon earlier. I think it says first combat, meaning like the first combat that model's in, a bit like first charge. If you don't use it, you can't use it now.
You got what's your weapon skill?
What's my weapon skill?
On a dryad.
4.
I think I only hit one time.
Goblin boss should be 5.
Doesn't the
shouldn't it?
Wampus make you hit better too?
No.
Oh.
The Wampus?
The one hit wonder.
The Wampus. Alright, he on 3s. Strength 10, 2s.
Yeah.
Two
Night
wounds.
Goblin War Boss is hitting on 5. I don't know whether it's a War Boss or a Big Boss. A Big Boss is weapon skill 4. Dunno.
AP bunch.
Yeah, you get your regen.
6 up regen. I make 1.
And then my great cave squig might be faster. What's your initiative?
4 on the draw.
We're gonna be the same initiative here. I'll roll mine, but anybody.
There's all 4 attacks, so it's got to be a War Boss. A Big Boss is
Oh
not
yeah.
3.
I charged you, so I'd actually have. I wouldn't have any bonus. I was within an inch.
You were within an inch because I was ready to move it. Yeah. 2. But you have.
You can't be within an inch because you're not allowed to be within an inch unless you're in combat. So you got to move stuff, so it's not within an inch. So you always get +1. So the Dryads, I think, are initiative 4. They're quite quick. That's a Forest Dragon I'm looking at. They're quite quick. Way Watchers, keep going, keep going, keep going. They're here somewhere. Oh no, they've put all the woody stuff at the end of the elfy stuff. Treeman. Bloody, where's the Dryads? Honestly. I never find anything I want to. They're Glade Riders. Then it's Treekin. Oh, there. Okay. Initiative 4, right? Initiative 5. So, these charged into these with a 1-inch charge. So, simultaneous. Okay. Wallopers, 1-hit wonder, just makes the for 1 round of combat, strength 10, AP like 2 or something. Oops.
No armor. Nope.
Okay.
What's your armor?
6 up.
No armor. And then you have regen.
2 regens?
Yeah.
Nope. So
But they get the point.
3. Yes. So 1 does not because the guy hit him. Because he always strikes first. And then those 2 guys get to fight at the same time. So I have
Hey.
4 guys attacking,
Okay.
one of them being the ancient. So
2 of them are base contact.
Sorry, what
Only
happened
2
there?
dice each.
Sorry, I missed something
one of
there.
them being the ancient. So 1 does not.
Be fast. Strength 10, 2s. 2 wounds.
AP bunch.
Yeah, you get your regen.
6 up regen. I make 1.
And then my great cave squig might be faster. What's your initiative?
5. 4 plus 1.
4 on the draw.
We're gonna be the same initiative here. I'll roll mine, but anybody dies here gets to swing.
Oh yeah. I charged you, so I'd actually have. I wouldn't have any bonus. I was within an inch.
You were within an inch because I was ready to move it. Yeah.
2.
Why the bloody has a
you have
profile
no
for a great cave
armor.
squig?
What's your armor?
6 up.
No armor.
God's sakes.
And then you have regen.
2 regens?
Yeah.
Wolf.
Nope.
Okay.
So
But they get
The giant cave squig's initiative 3. Like, it's not even higher than Dryads. The Dryads should definitely be going. What, is that what's going on here? Oh.
I think I only hit one time.
doesn't the Wampus make you hit better too?
No. The Wampus?
The one hit wonder.
The Wampus. You get your regen.
6 up regen.
Squig
Right.
might be faster. What's your initiative?
4 on the draw.
We're gonna be the same initiative here. I'll roll mine, but
He's just read that. Like, I can't see how you can see a 4 there. Like, I just don't. I don't get it.
anybody dies here gets to swing.
Oh yeah. I charged you, so I'd actually have. I wouldn't have any bonus. I was within an inch.
You were within an inch of that.
4 is always greater than 3.
2.
It's
But
just
you have
maths.
no armor. No.
Okay.
Which armor?
6 up.
No armor. And then you have regen.
2 regens?
Yeah.
Nope. So
But they get the point.
3. Yes. So 1 does not, because the guy hit him. Because he has always strikes first. And then those 2 guys.
Wallopers one hit wonder, which you can't use at this stage, probably, not sure, does give you strikes first. So, I mean, there is a question as to whether, so due to the split profile rule, universal special rules that apply to the rider also apply to the mount. So when you use Wallopers one hit wonder, it gives you strikes first. I'll find the weapon and we'll have a quick look at it. It's a bit of a weird one. Here we go. At other times is a hand weapon with magical attacks. Right. At all other times during the first round of combat, which this isn't, probably. Again, I think that means the first round, like, of the battle, not the first round as in it's a continuing combat, basically. But it's once per game. Once per game it gives you strikes first, but it's the weapon that gets strikes first, not the character. I don't know. I don't actually know what the rule is in relation to universal special rules and magic artifacts, because if it's temporary then it's obviously got a different effect, hasn't it? So universal special rules, where the hell have they gone? I can't see them. Models, blah 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 blah. See, an advanced rules, special rules. They're just called special rules, not universal special rules. They're just called special rules in the rule book. Right, okay. Universal special rules, army special rules, unique special rules. Special cumulative special rules. So army special rules take precedence over universal special rules. Associated unique special rules take precedence. Army special rules or rules associated with models. Troop type. What the hell's a unique special rule? Some models and special rules. Okay, so unique special rules is like +1 weapon skill on like a chaos rune sword, for instance. But that would be cumulative, wouldn't it, with something that's -1 weapon skill? Okay, fine. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't. Model can also gain special rules from its equipment. Special rules attached to weapon, blah 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 blah. Okay, and then if we look at like split profile. Split profile, oh, for God's sakes. Right, split. So this is the split profile. Of course it's under light chariots. We don't need split. Split profile applies to loads of stuff, but we don't want to actually have a split profile special rule, even though it is a rule that's special. But we're not going to put it under special rules. We're going to put it under light chariots, of course. Sorry. Split. Oh no, hold on. No, there is a split. I'm ranting for no reason. Some models have 2 or more rows of the characteristic. Split profiles. It's explained in greater detail in the advanced rules, which is exactly where I was, isn't it? I think. Split profile has attacks to 2. No, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, that's not it. That's not it. That's about Howder. Unless stated otherwise, any special rules that apply to one element, rider or mount apply to the other as well. They need to look at that, because basically what that means is that although they've got it right on purpose, on purpose, they've got it right by accident, because Wallopers one hit wonder well, if I'm wrong and it's not in the first round of combat, it's in the first round of a combat, then it can trigger its cool stuff. Then this ability applies to the entire model. So Walloper's one hit wonder applies also to the squig. So the squig gets magical attacks from it anyway. I'm so dumb. They do need to sort out like where the mounts take the, because it says the really annoying thing is it says unless noted otherwise, riders get mounter rules and mounts get rider rules, which should be totally the other way around. Like it should be, unless noted otherwise, they do the special rules do not confer across, not they automatically get it. Like anyway, I suppose they've done it that way around because like some mounts have like counter charge. I know why they've done it. It's because some of the mounts in the game have counter charge, but they don't want like a Bretonnian Lord on foot. They don't want to have counter charge, but the Bretonnian War Steed has the counter charge special rule. So when you put the Lord on the mount, then you get counter charge on your Lord, basically. That's why they've done it for that kind of situation. But like they've forgotten about all the other situations that might exist. But anyway, so they've got it right, rules as written, but after the next FAQ, probably wrong.
Is get to fight at the same time. So I have 4 guys attacking, one of them being the ancient. So
2 of them are base contact, and you have 2 attacks each, right?
Yep.
So you have 6 attacks?
6 attacks total?
Yep.
Okay, so hitting on 4s.
Yes, sir.
3 hits and strength 3.
4s.
4. So you're in toughness 3, eh? No.
All right, how many wounds there do you?
4.
All right, I got 4 combat res.
I have 1 rank.
That's it.
That's it. So 3 combat res.
I win by 3.
So that's
Jeez, those stupid idiots.
down to 5. Nope, I'm fleeing.
Okay, so this is kind of weird. Are we on overhead? You have to pivot this way and get through both.
Yep, okay.
Wait. Okay.
I'm going to be going 10 inches.
Fair. I'm going
2d6.
I'm running you down. But I'm going to go. You're going to take only 5 hits from the fanatics, who are the clear MVPs. 4 wounds.
6 up regens.
Nice.
I make 2.
And because nobody said otherwise, I'm only going to pursue 2. Because if I had to pursue 3, somebody would have said so.
Okay.
So I'm going 4, so you're getting away.
Yep. Okay.
I got you.
Yep, thank you. I'm going to be like over here.
I'm not sure that's right either. Sorry. I keep interrupting this, but like I'm not sure that's right. Okay. Flee from the enemy unit. The flee move, that's not right. Break test. The unit that breaks from flees from combat flees directly away from the winning unit with the highest unit strength. If 2 enemy units are the same, randomly determine which it flees from. Which actually isn't what the picture shows you later. So again, this is another thing that needs an FAQ, because this one says oh no, this is giving ground. Sorry, giving ground if they're both the same unit strength, whatever. But if they're anyway, so this is what we're doing. Unit, okay, directly. Pivot the fleeing unit about a sense that's facing directly away from the centre of the enemy. After pivoting, the unit makes an immediate flee move, as shown by figure 132.2. So, like that. The flee move. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I mean, I don't. I suppose you are moving over the fanatics, sort of. I mean, directly away though, that's that way because this unit's here and it's facing that way. I mean, yes, it's a single skirmisher and therefore like centre of mass, you know, whatever. Centre of mass of the skirmishing unit is here. Centre of mass of this unit is here. But like, that's directly away. That way, not. It's not. I know it's centre. I suppose it is centre of unit. It's centre of unit, isn't it? Is what they said in the rules. So it's yeah. I suppose that's probably right. So they do make a pivot. Yeah, they flee through their own unit. These need to take a panic test as well. Oh, they probably mean psychology, aren't they? But they might need to take one.
Okay.
We're in the phase for it right now.
Should have detached the.
Weapon skill? But that's probably a block your fanatics here, and I'll fireball.
I just
Rock jump. Do this.
Does that?
Yeah, and I'll summarise up because basically then what he does is he gets his axe together, gets the Wild Riders into combat, and they just start to steamroller everything as you'd expect. But hey, like I said, he needed to get those Wild Riders in way earlier on the flank and start monstering through all these goblins. He probably could have stopped some. I think that probably was his wood, wasn't it? To be honest, I don't know when that went down, or maybe Steve just put it down there. I mean, I wouldn't have put it there. I'd have put it over here, just to block, you know, gack up this bit of the table. Oh, actually, no. Maybe no. Actually, no. Sorry, no. I'm having second thoughts because putting the Wild Riders through the wood is a really sensible idea because then it stops him fanaticking at your Wild Riders. Because as soon as the fanatics hit the edge of that wood, they die. So yeah, that's probably sensible. And also you can block line of sight so they don't have to frenzy charge because you can just sort of stick them here so you can't see. So as long as the unit is like just outside the wood, it can't see anything on the other side. It can see units in the wood, and if it sticks a toe on that terrain, it can then see from the wood out. But if you're like one side, you can't see anything on the other side, so you can block yourself frenzy wise. Or if there is a unit you want to charge the other side, you can just sort of stick a toe on, basically. And then you can move through that and ignore it when you're charging anyway, because you've got to move through cover, because you're a wood elf. So, you know, using your woods for these guys is, you know, super useful to make sure they get the charge off. But, yeah, I mean, the Orc and Goblin player played his game okay. There was a lot of getting stuff wrong. I don't like squig units that big because it's a lot of points. I think if you've got like it's maybe an MSU thing, maybe just to take up some spare points at the end of the game. Like if you had a unit of 5 of them, you know, or whatever the minimum is, you could have popped them in this terrain at the start of the game pretty much and just won, you know, an extra, and then somebody's got to get inside the bloody thing with a load of squigs in, and squigs are horrendous, and the rules on like assaulting stuff in a garrison makes them pretty tough now. So it's, you know, they're in heavy cover, so they're -2 to hit shooting, and you know, I think there's other stuff as well. So you know, that's in fact, we can just have a look. I don't know why I'm saying, you know, I'm trying to remember. We've got the rules here. Categories of terrain. It's the special tower. Here we go. Can only be charged by infantry or enemy with fly, so monsters can't attack it. So that's good. It charges the feature. Both units are considered to be in skirmish regardless of actual, so you don't get rank bonuses. Only 5 models from either unit can join the fighting rank. Well, squigs are pretty nasty anyway. Can draw line of sight to, you know, whatever. Cannons are a bit rubbish against it. Template weapons hit less as well. Obviously, you're in heavy cover. Where does it say occupancy? Yeah, unit can by moving into base contact during remaining moves, so it's very easy to get into and garrison a thing. I think he said it was unit strength of 10 or less. Yeah. Oh, that was a massive tower. I mean, you know, it's a friendly game. You could have said 30. Like, it's big enough for that. But yeah, and obviously it's heavy cover, so you're -2 to hit shooting wise. So I mean, that all of that together is pretty good for. Anyway, but that's my run through that particular video. I think to be honest, had the Wood Elf player played a bit more, he probably would have done a bit better. I'm not sure. I quite like his list, actually. His list's okay. It's pretty good. The Orc and Goblin list is, you know, again, okay, but I'm not sure Squig Herds that big are particularly useful, like, considering they would have done way less damage than that. And again, had the Wood Elf player known that, he would have probably just charged in, like, Treekin or something. Or Dryads. Dryads would be a good pick, because you're not really that bothered if they die. But yeah, there's some rules discrepancies going on, which is, you know, again, pretty normal for a game of Warhammer. But yeah, I've gone on for like almost as long as his video now, which is a bit disappointing, because I've spent a lot of time looking at rules, which just shows you actually how difficult it is to produce these things, because, you know, it's taken me nearly 2 hours to go through a few events that happened in a 2-hour video, so I've not really saved any time. But yeah, again, I hope this has been useful. I'm going to stop whittering on now. I'm going to go buy some Fanatics. I hope you have a great day. Toodaloo.